Okay, this is a live recording of a Bitcoin trade that I've entered, and I'll walk you through it as it progresses, be it a loss or a positive outcome, and this is for educational purposes. And my own journaling. Overall, from a top-down analysis, we'll get to it in a minute. So we'll get to the trade. Well, let's go from bottom up. So the trade is in. I was taking the breakout from the Wall Street opening range highs on this candle um, in anticipation that the price would be drawn up into the naked point of control on the TPO, which is over here. So this is the fixed naked point control. This is today's developing that currently aligns with the closing price, which is pretty sticky at the moment. It's a 3-star quality um, context signaled by the Trend Predator Pro because we've got 3 days of shorts, which could result in a Friday reversal on day 3 of the day count, 3-day cycle count. And we've also got 3 consecutive shorts on the 8-hour candles, so the sessions. So as you can see, we're dropping. Let's get rid of the Stacy Burke signal day candles. You can just about make this out here. So as you can see, we've got a market that is dropping consecutively on the sessions. And what we're in anticipation of is a reversal, a short squeeze. And the signal day is an inside day. So we've taken the lows of the inside day and coming back inside of the inside day, having swept the lows in what looks like a nice sort of reversal pattern, can equate to a move back inside, potentially all the way to the other side of the range. We've got a monthly VWAP that we've pulled away from over here. As you can see, there's the monthly VWAP on that daily chart. And we could be drawn back in towards it. Fake out lows. You can see a fake out low candle developing here, bullish inside of yesterday's inside day candle. There is risk, of course, that this doesn't go the right way and this moves back towards the inside day lows of the previous day, which is a probability. But you got to be in it to win it. So far, not looking good on the development of price action and timings, but let's just see if this doesn't reverse back up. It's not looking good at the moment. We've got this fake out high switch bar candle, which is not what we want to see at the closing price, followed by an equally ugly looking bearish candle. But we are relying on the Wall Street opening VWAP to act as support. The New York opening price and daily fake out low level, so yesterday's lows and today's opening price as a secondary support. We've got this bullish 10 EMA and 20 EMA cross up. So all of this we are going to, and also the 8-hour high We're relying on this area to act as a supporting area. And we are simply trading the system, following the rules, and that's all we are doing. Now, my target, I'm looking for a 2R outcome on this. That's all I need for my objective for today. And that is going to take me up into the highs of the day, reversing on the backside of this bearish trend. So a dump, coil, and pump. So I'm in anticipation of a pump out on the other side of that downtrend. So a short squeeze back into London traders stops above. Now, what's developing at the moment is an ABC into a new half an hour. So in anticipation of the C leg to continue out above the closing price of yesterday, previous day close, being lured in by the naked point control acting as a magnet on the TPO chart inside of yesterday's inside day range. So there is our naked point control on the Globex fixed overnight session. We are above the value area low, so we're trading from value area low up into the naked point control in anticipation of the price rotating through to the other side to the value area high, which is where our target is. Now, as we roll into the new 30-minute rotation, 10 seconds to go, what we have here in development is a secondary bullish candle. So we've got this fake out low candle. If we look at the trend predator fake out highlighter, if we label that there, you can see that this here, I don't know, I've got the wrong one there, bear with me. So what we had here with the fake out highlighter, if anyone's interested in this indicator, feel free to reach out. It's a free indicator which our community, well, TC 888 developed for our community. And what this is giving us is, first of all, a fake out low candle here, which is what we got in on, which essentially swept below the lows and pushed up for a breakout close. And then we got a secondary breakout candle at the close of that half an hour. So this is an important half an hour for this setup because we now have a switch level. As you can see, the highlighter is alerting us to the fact that this current half an hour, this new half an hour turn, is giving us a bearish switch below that breakout level. So we don't want to see a close as it is. We want to stay on the other side of that candle, at that candle's highs. So let's see, we've got this 20 EMA as a potential support. We've also got the lows from Asia as a potential support. But again, this closing price is menacing. We're not able to get through this closing price convincingly at the moment, which is concerning. These breakouts, we want to see doing so explosively. We don't want to see this coming back inside for a fake out high from the closing price back in to stop us out. At the moment, it's looking as though that is the case. We're not getting any follow through. Right, so pretty ugly situation at this point. We've got a topping pattern on the outskirts. Oh, did I just do that? On the outskirts of the highs of the Wall Street opening range. Not what we want to see. So sticking with the trade plan, we got a stop loss in. That's the risk we were prepared to lose. There is a temptation to come out of the trade and accept that this is not the formation we want to be seeing. This, if this was going to go, it should have gone. The fact that it's dithering around this closing price in the way that it has done is inevitable that this is coming down for stops. The day looking around elsewhere is equally as what's the word I want to be looking for? Yeah, look, so we got reversal here back inside of the inside day highs for a move lower. So I might move to gold, in fact. This is looking like a bearish setup to me for gold. So I'm going to pause this video while I deal with this. Okay, with gold, so nothing done on gold as yet. Gold, we've got the point of control from yesterday that's acting as support. We've already come inside of the inside day and put in a low, terminating a point of control for that day. The value, buyers are paying higher prices. At least on the developing profiles. Not up here, however. But if we do get on the outside, see, I've got a bullish setup for today with gold. If we do get on the outside of we've got a weekly switch level up here. I've got my notes here. So bullish trade plan, targeting 100% range expansion of the inside day. Bullish breakout setup above weekly switch level, which is here, and the Asian highs, which are somewhere over here. Weekly reversal formation on the backside of the prior downtrend. That's the prior downtrend. So we're on the backside of that coming out. Strong confluence of support, monthly VWAP rising, daily VWAP reclaimed, weekly VWAP turning bullish. Let's have a look at that. So there's the monthly VWAP, daily VWAP turning bullish. So it's almost thrown out there of my own judgment. Let's just switch back to our dubious friend Bitcoin. And what we're seeing is a bit of a turnaround. So we've come down back below the value area and we're pushing back out into this closing price again. So we're now on a, let's look at the, so this 30-minute candle is still in development. 8 minutes to go. So it's an inside candle. We want to get on the outside of that break, that switch candle that was threatening, still a threat. 5-minute chart, switch, close. That's bullish. for a push out. 15-minute basis. Pretty wicky down here. As I said, this area is support. So far, so good. On the hourly chart, switch candle, breakout candle. We're in an hourly candle that's in development as being a breakout above the highs of the prior candle. Still unable to get through that pesty closing price. Really problematic. Making lower highs there. That's not what we want to see. Oh no, actually pushing out potentially. That's still a lower high. All right, so we got 45 seconds for this to close. What would be encouraging on this hourly chart is if we can get an hourly close this hour. So we've got 3 minutes remaining. If this can push out and close above the closing price, then that would be very encouraging. And then we've got the remainder of the session to build a higher structure towards target. Otherwise, it's just dubious that it's going to go anywhere, in fact. And susceptible just to chop that will eventually stop us out at some point with a wick. Well, I'm going to argue that it's do or die at this point. A new hour, 11 a.m., and we've got this inside bar. So either side of that inside bar, I'd expect there to be an acceleration either to the downside to our stop loss, or ideally the other side of the inside bar above the closing price up into the naked point control. That is where the momentum is to the upside, hence the trade setup. But so far it's just a sideways affair. So interestingly, we have what is regarded a power candle timing rotation, as indicated by the multi-time frame time rotation helper. It's an indicator that was put together by a community that trade this system. And these are the timing rotations that we envisage there being strong volume coming into the market. So here at 11:15, we got a switch candle bullish that has resulted in this follow through. So on this 15-minute candle in whole, so 11:15, pushing through, which is encouraging. Now we're now into the point of control, and this will be interesting to see how the price behaves at this area, as indicated here on the 15-minute time frame. And what we're looking for is the price to rotate through this profile up into our value area high for our take profit. So this has been a late mover, but A, B, C leg. And as you can hear in the background, I'm being signaled on my gold setup, starting to come to fruition. This here is to be buying outside of the Asian highs, outside of the weekly switch level, in anticipation of a 100% range expansion of the inside day. So late session or morning session, New York session, outcome of these markets today. Now, I won't be partaking in gold, I don't think, unless I move to break even on Bitcoin. But yeah, let me have a think about that. All right, so pretty decent outcome. And gold also taking off in line with the anticipated breakout of the Asian highs, switch level, well, everything that I stated before. So looking good on both parts. I'm not in gold, just riding Bitcoin for now. Well, gold is absolutely flying. Isn't that a bitch? Had that called from the start of the day. But it was Bitcoin that gave us the entry first of all. So was baited in on Bitcoin, and this has just been an absolute disaster. Well, not disaster. I mean, it's going the right way, but painfully so. Whereas, look at gold. Just that's what we're looking for. That's the trade. That's the trade of the day. But unfortunately, I'm all margined out on Bitcoin, and I don't want to go break even. I could have gone break even to get in on gold, but then look, I'm almost back at the break even point at this point. So I don't want to go break even on my trades, generally speaking, because they either fly or they come down to stop you out and then go. So there we are. Right, slow on the Bitcoin. Very slow progress all day long. So we got the point control as you see as a level, acting there as resistance. When we look at the candlestick formations, I like the W formation, this here, and the neckline as the closing price. Bit of a confluence going on there. So a bit of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 action. Fifth leg, fifth wave. And as for the W formation, just to point it out, it's a nice secondary bottoming pattern in anticipation of the neckline holding up. We had the same scenario over here, below the lows of the inside day. Explosive move out of the neckline. So let's see, a pattern within a pattern. Let's see if it plays out. Alrighty, so it's looking a bit better, isn't it? So we finally got out of the, and I've just hit take profit at my broker. Happy days, and I'm out. So let's have a look at gold now. Now gold could turn around, but I'm done for the day. All right, so that is my approach to the opening range, and I thought that would be insightful and educational. For me, I do these for my own journaling, embed it into my little brain. So a nice way to end the week, going into the weekend, ending strong. And there we are. So if you got this far, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment in the comment section. Reach out if you want to collaborate in any way. I'm open to ideas. May the markets go with you.